This is The Download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news in the business of podcasting, brought to you by Spreaker from iHeart. I'm Gavin Gaddis. Here's what you need to know for today, Monday, January 13th. First up, why Razorfish is prioritizing podcast ads and second-party data. A short interview with Rob Silver, EVP of Media at Razorfish, recorded on the show floor of CES. Silver says podcasting is attractive as both the audio and video side of the medium open up the door for brands to have more opportunities to get in front of new audiences. For our second story, there's a lot in this headline. Influencers are suing Capital One, alleging its shopping browser extension stole credit for sales from them. Hot on the heels of the PayPal Honey controversy that triggered a class action lawsuit, a new class action suit has been filed against Capital One. The suit revolves around Capital One's shopping browser extension, simply called the word shopping, which functions similar to the popular Honey extension in that it tests discount codes at online shopping checkouts for users. The plaintiffs of the suit filed in Virginia allege that, similar to the Honey allegations, they have evidence that shopping strips existing affiliate marketing cookies out of a user's browser and replaces them with a Capital One cookie, effectively taking credit for an influence sale that they didn't influence. This is the second of a pair of important cases to keep an eye on, as the ramifications could impact a decade of affiliate marketing campaigns. Next up, Amazon is reportedly exploring investments in original news programming. A Variety article reports Amazon is looking into creating more news content for Prime Video in the wake of a successful election night live event hosted by Brian Williams. Amazon has declined to officially comment on the Variety article. If original news content is rolled out with more gusto on Prime Video, their in-house podcast production and distribution capabilities, namely Wondery and Art19, put them in prime position to turn on-demand news content into podcasts as well. Next up, a short list of very polite demands, goals really, for the podcast industry in 2025. In addition to contributing to the Triton Digital 2025 Industry Predictions piece, EVP of Podcast and Content Delivery Sharon Taylor has also written up a list of demands for podcasting as an industry. The first is a strong one. Advertisers need to embrace podcasting, and it's not unfeasible for the industry to hit $3 billion this year. As Taylor says, quote, podcast advertising works. We know it works, with spending and ad load both up in 2024, end quote. The iOS 17 update has calmed the waters of downloads versus listens, and the ad bargain from Sounds Profitable demonstrates podcast audiences skip fewer ads than other forms of content. Advertisers can invest in podcasting confidently. And for the last big story, 2024 laid the groundwork for brand studios. Will it pay off in 2025? Last year, several major brands announced the launch of content production studios with a focus on outputting branded TV and movies. Starbucks Studios, reality TV from Chick-fil-A, a lot is in the pipeline. Branded podcasting has been a significant part of the industry for years and continues to grow, meaning the incoming world of branded TV and film has a logical, self-promotional route via companion and tie-in podcasts that also benefit the brand at the heart of it all. As for the rest of the news, SiriusXM Media has launched the Trendcast, a 5-part podcast series reflecting on trends from last year, a companion piece for the 2024 Podcast Trends Report. Amplify Media founder Stephen Goldstein shares his 7 key takeaways from CES. PRX has been tapped to distribute Christopher Kimball's Milk Street Radio to podcast platforms and public radio. Heather Osgood interviewed Lex Friedman on the Podcast Advertising Playbook about the future of podcast advertising. Podco, founded by Spreaker co-founder Andrea DeMarci, has launched his podcast search optimization platform. Rococo Punch co-founder John Perotti is teaching an online class via the Maine College of Art and Design about what to do after a podcast pitch is accepted. And finally, Pave Studios has announced Mantra, a new open mind original series. Be sure to check out the links to every article mentioned right in your podcast listening app or at soundsprofitable.com, where you can also subscribe to the newsletter version. The Download is written and produced by Newton Shuttlecotti, Brian Barletta, Gavin Gaddis, and Tom Webster. This episode was hosted on Spreaker. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis. Download us again tomorrow.